Okay, we are live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. Let's see. We see that Kitty is here in the house, as well as Straight Trippin' RVing. Hi, good afternoon. And so we'll wait a few minutes to see how many more drop by, crash the party, whatever you want to call it. In the meantime, for those catching in the replay, and if you're new here, we are a commentary reaction channel for the most part. Sometimes I experiment with a little comedy. If you're into that kind of thing, or you want to watch my experiments bomb, please consider subscribing. Yes. Hello, Fisherman, Steph, Vintage Spider, Jason, Straubs. Jason and Straubs. So glad to see you both. So glad to see you both. Ah, yes. So, yeah. So I hope everybody is having a good afternoon. That's okay. Lurking is fine, Straubs. Working is a good thing. Contrary to what DC Media Girl says, some people have lives offline. Good on you, Straubs. Good on you, Straubs. Ah, yes. Okay. So before we get the festivities underway, I'd like to shake my rattle can. Michelle is not here to keep me out of trouble. Yay. She's not here to keep me out of trouble. But yeah, I'm going to shake my rattle can and do the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show because Michelle would never, ever forgive me without that. I'm glad I have a few mods in the house because I may need them this afternoon. I may need them this afternoon. Okay, so we're going to shake our rattle can. For openers, if you wish to join the channel, become a Mad Hatter. Okay, and I want to thank our current Mad Hatters. As you can see, we are growing. Thank you so much. You all rock. So if you wish to join, it's $1.99 per month. You get access to cool hat emojis. To most of my uploads, you get early access with no ads. Oh, Straubs, thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. And thank you. Much love and respect to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. So, yeah. So if you wish to join the channel, you can, like I said, it's $1.99 per month. You get access to the cool hat emojis, most early access to most uploads, ad-free. Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, I do a public stream, but members only chat. So if that interests you, you can consider joining. Yeah? Have you ever modded before, Steph? Have you ever modded before? Hang on a second. All right. I'll wrench you, Steph. Okay, hang on. Okay. I'll wrench you, Steph. All right, Steph, do you want to type something just to make sure it worked? Please, just type anything at all. Just a little. All right, cool. All right. So hang on a second. Let me get you the links. Darn. You know that I only woke up about an hour and a half ago? I'm having my coffee now. Okay. So if you wish to, so anyways, if becoming a channel member interests you, just click the join button. I understand there have been issues with iPhone. It does where you can't see the join button or it's not there. Hang on a minute. My potato is not cooperating with me. Hang on. Yes. All right, cool. All right. My potato it's not cooperating with me. Hang on. So just a little patience. This is a 10-year-old computer. And, you know, it really is on its last legs. I'm trying to get as much out of it as I can. Okay, I can't copy and paste links right now. Okay. Okay, sorry. I cannot copy and paste links right now. No. No, I did put it up on Twitter and on Discord. She should see it. I could DM her on Discord. How on earth is it still functional, Steph? You're asking me. Here, hang on, kitty. Okay. Kitty, you should be good. Yeah, it's a dinosaur in the computer. It is an ancient iMac that freezes on. Nowadays, it freezes on me at every which turn. Oh, gosh. It's not allowing me to. Hang on. All right. Okay. All right, it's not allowing me to today. It's not going to cooperate. Hey, Prauka, good to have you along. Okay. Yeah, you could. Yeah, Steph, if you please, go by all means, go ahead. I don't mind. I actually want Jexi to walk. I have nothing bad to say about her or her video, really. I just have a few critiques, but nothing nasty or nothing mean. That's all. You know what I mean? Nothing mean, nothing nasty. Yeah, go ahead, Steph. If you would, that would be very helpful. Well, I try to get my potato organized. My old ass computer organized. Okay. It's not allowing me to do. It's not allowing me to do anything. Okay. All right. Hey, Hearts. Glad you're here. Hearts Love is my oldest mod. He's my oldest mod. Okay. Yeah, as I embarrass myself trying to get my damn computer to cooperate with me today, which it refuses to do categorically. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, categorically. Alrighty. So if you wish to join the channel, you may do so. Here's the link for those of you on iPhone who cannot find the join button. There is the link. You can join the channel. For one-time donations, you do have PayPal. I do have PayPal. And rest assured, I keep all your information confidential. I do not dox people. Okay. Teespring. Okay. And I have a merch store. One-of-a-kind designs. I have merch. And if you want to join our Discord server, you must be 18 and up. Fisherman, Steph, and Kitty are all members of the Discord, and they can attest. We're pretty drama-free. We're pretty chill over there. You must be 18 and up to join. No, we do not want the calamity of minors that go along with it. Hearts Love is also our mod in our Discord server. So good to have you along for the ride. So there goes shaking my rattle can. Thanks again for the super chat, Straubs. All right. Let's see if we can get this old-ass technology to work. Yes, we are, aren't we, Kitty? Okay. Aren't we, Kitty? All right. So our old-ass technology to work. So I want to thank the channel members. Like I said, once again, if you wish to join, get on this list here and get access to some perks, please consider doing so. Okay. So today we are, according to Jexi, did a video a few days ago called, what's the title of it? Well, that's the title of it. It says, does Eric Zink need to be canceled or rescued? Okay, and, Jesus, sorry, my technology is really not cooperating with me today. Okay, we're going to do the best we can. We're going to do the best we can. Okay. So, yeah, according to Jexi, did a video a few days ago, and I want you all to go show her some love. I'm going to link her channel in the pinned comment when I'm done with the stream. Like I said, this is in no way any hate towards her at all. I love her. I love her. And she makes very thoughtful videos about recovery from addiction. And very thoughtful, very well educated. She's quite well spoken. So I do, if you're into that kind of thing, I'd recommend that you check her out. I just have a few points. Oh, okay, thanks, Steph. Much appreciated. I think she has a day job though, Steph. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's working from home these days. I'm not sure. Your hubby's watching James Bond, Kitty? Right on. Martini shaken, not stirred. Ah, shaken, not stirred. Bond, James Bond. Yeah. So before we get into that, I just wanted to point out there was something weird in the news today in my province, in La Belle Province of Quebec. Just a little, I know. We're getting into a very serious subject, but I'm starting off with a little weirdness that the Premier of Quebec, old Frankie Legault, okay, because we have the highest numbers of cases of COVID, okay? And so it doesn't matter what he does. He doesn't do what needs to be done. The inconvenient truth of it all, he needs to close the schools, which he refuses to do. Anyways, here's a new measure. As of tomorrow night, we have a curfew. Okay, and here in La Belle Province, we have a curfew. We all have to be in the house at 8 p.m. and the only people that are allowed out after 8 is if you're walking your dog or you have to go to work. Okay, you're an essential worker and you work the evening or night shift. Those are the only valid reasons. And if you're caught out otherwise without a dog or not going to work, you could get subject to a fine or arrest, even go to jail. Okay, so now I swear to God, this falls under the heading of shit I couldn't make up if I tried. Goes to play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Okay? Kijiji, folks in La Belle Province are seeing a little business opportunity now. There are ads sprouting out on Kijiji. Okay? People renting out their dogs. People are renting out their dogs after 8 p.m. So you can go outside with a dog after 8, after curfew. You can break curfew with a dog. They are renting their dogs. And apparently the rate goes up to $100 an hour. You can rent a dog for about $100 an hour to walk past curfew. Very good going, Premier Legault. I'm telling you. So now the grocery stores have to close. I know. Hey, Kitty? It's our stupid premier instilling this damn curfew. And we're the only ones in Canada with this curfew. The curfew is effective as of tomorrow. Yeah, probably there will be an increase in puppy sales. I'm sure we're going to hear more people getting puppies now. Heart's love. I have no doubt in my mind there are going to be more people getting puppies. So this falls under the heading of strange, weird news. Play stupid game, you win stupid prizes. And I can tell you this curfew is not going to work because part of the curfew, because we all have to be in at 8, all the essential businesses like grocery stores, pharmacies, convenience stores have to be closed at 7:30. So that means a shorter window of opportunity to shop if you need stuff, right? Shorter opportunity to shop, where the stores are already not enforcing social distancing. They are enforcing the mask wearing, but they're not enforcing social distancing. And so you're going to have more crowded stores with a shorter window of opportunity. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, fisherman, I hear you, but I know, Doug, yeah, but they're not instilling a stupid curfew like they are here. Oh, I know Mo is a man-child, Kitty. I know. So anyways, alrighty. So anyways, that's my funny news for today. I thought I'd share this with you because, stupid is as stupid does, and I can't keep stupid to myself. You know what I mean? I can't. They say you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Okay. So anyways, enough about that. So like I said, we are going to react to Jexi's video this afternoon. Jexi, if you're out there lurking, like I said, okay, like I said, I promise you, there's no hate at all, nothing like that. I still love you. I'm still recommending your channel. Or if you're catching this in the replay, okay? So, anyways, we are all up to speed. Apparently, Apparently, Eric Zink is still having his little weird meltdowns on TikTok. I don't know. I heard that on Twitter. There are people that can attest to that more, you know. All right, here we go. So we're going to react to Jexi now. Let me get the video straight. Hey, Kenny. They need to make it easier for people to stay home. I watched some. All right, cool. They need to make it easier. All right, let's go. Are we all ready? Please, please, let's say a prayer for this old ass technology. Oh no, yeah, I know they're hard to stomach. Steph, I haven't been on TikTok in a long time. I do have a TikTok account, but really it's so inactive. I can't even remember the password to get in. Okay, so I really can't remember the password to get into my TikTok. That's how inactive I am. But we're not going to be reacting to Eric's TikTok cringe. We're going to react to a specific video. Okay. Here we go. So let's say a prayer that my computer will cooperate with the share screen. All right. Let's say a prayer that this potato works. Yeah, he is too, with me too, Jason. I'm so glad you're here, Jason. So glad you're here. Jason, you're my brother from another mother. So I'm glad you're around. Okay. All right, let me get, okay, hang on. Okay, sorry. Technology is, oh God, the computer, cooperate with me today, will ya? Oh. All right. All right, without further ado, let's get going.
Hey guys, Jexi here. Welcome back to another video.
Hey.
So I don't normally record this time of day.
That's okay.
I was in the car for many hours today.
That's okay.
And I was doing a lot of thinking. And although I hate it, like I hate doing videos on other people, it's not really my jam. But I really...
It's true. It's not really her jam. She's done a lot of Rewired Soul videos. She's done other videos on Eric too. But yeah, she said, I believe it's not her jam. There's one thing about Jexi, she always says she never likes drama. And when you dive into that murky world of commentary like I have, inevitably it finds you. But yeah. But on the other hand, I love doing reactions and I love doing commentary. So.
I really think it's necessary to talk about Eric Zink. So.
Can you all hear?
Let's get into it.
Okay. Can you all hear the sound? Okay. Yeah? All right. I just want to make sure. Hey, Ray Phoenix. Hey, Jiffy. Good to hear you. Okay, you can hear. Sorry. Yeah. Because like I said, my computer is not really cooperating with me today.
Okay, so a couple things first. First off, I don't know that anybody's going to like this video. I think that I'm going to probably upset people on all sides, and I recognize.
Here's a tip, Jexi. If you upset people on all sides, odds are you're doing something right, okay? Always remember that. I know it's hard, but always remember that. If you piss people off from all sides, you're doing something right.
And that's why I wasn't going to talk about this. But I think it needs to be discussed, and I'm going to try to do it as tactfully as possible. Look, those of you who know me know this. I am not a hater.
No, we know you're not. We know you're not. Don't worry about it.
I don't hate on anybody.
I do.
Done videos sometimes where I've been critical about people or things, but it's been because I felt it was necessary or there wasn't a good conversation to have. But I'm not someone who like comes at people.
It's okay.
So this is...
I know, Jexi, this is not your forte, commentary or reactions. It's not your forte. You've done them before. And you've done well with them, with the Rewired Soul and with Eric in the past. This will be fine. I mean, like I said, don't count on everybody agreeing with everything you say. That's one thing when you dive into the foray of commentary or reactions. Not everybody's going to like what you say. Not everybody's going to agree with you. Trust me. I've got the shitty views to prove it. Okay, on my channel. So, yeah. So, yeah, don't worry about it. You got to say what's on your mind, though.
It's a little uncomfortable for me to do because I'm going to be more critical than normal, but
That's
I'm
fine.
also going to be a little bit more understanding than maybe the situation calls for.
You're better than me.
Before you comment based on my title,
It's okay.
just hear me out, okay? All right.
Don't worry about your titles. You know, sometimes, I mean, we're competing here as YouTubers for views, and sometimes you need titles. You need to have a title, and you need to have a whack thumbnail, you know, in order to get people to click on it. Don't worry about it.
So who's Eric Zink?
Well, unfortunately, we know him.
He is a YouTuber. He's got an Instagram. He has a TikTok. And here's the thing, right? When I first started a YouTube channel, so I've had a YouTube channel for a little over 2 years now. You probably can't tell based on my small subscriber base, but yes, it's been a little over 2 years. And when I first started, a lot of Eric's videos were recovery related.
Yep.
And so we had a great working relationship.
Okay.
I very regularly called out his channel and shouted it out. He did the same for me if I showed up in his live.
Let me tell you something. Word of advice. Just because he was nice to you at one point or another doesn't mean you owe him anything. Okay? I know he likes to play that game. I heard, what was it, his last live stream? He said, all these people I gave money to or something along those lines. And it's like, fuck off, dude. You know? We don't owe him anything. Shitty behavior warrants being called out, regardless of what they may or may not have done for you in the past. Okay? Don't worry about it.
Streams, he always told people to come subscribe to my channel. Him and I had talked on the phone a few times. Like, we had a pretty decent relationship. He even featured me on his channel once. So, you know, I'm just talking about him based on my experience and what I've seen. I'm going to leave out any other commentary or other people's perspective.
That's fine.
So, given all that, that's kind of why this is a little hard for me. So as you guys know, I talk a lot about recovery, right? My whole channel is based off recovery from addiction, and I share my own experiences and my own thoughts on things. And that's why this video is a little hard.
Oh, folks, I forgot to tell you, if somebody called Mama Beth's World or one of her fucking sock accounts comes into the chat, ban her on the spot, please. I don't have patience to deal with her today.
Right? Because Eric is also in recovery, and he shared that multiple times. And the last video I did was when all his drama happened on TikTok.
Yep.
Now, if you don't know, I'm not going to go all into it. There's a whole lot of people who've talked about it, but essentially,
the receipts are out there.
And I talked to him, I think on the phone actually, right around, I think that was like around the last time I spoke to him, was right about the time that his TikTok started to gain a real following. And he was telling me how excited he was. He had potential. So
that's how it started. Here's the thing. When Eric, his TikTok blew up way more than his YouTube did. Okay, his ego became too inflated. That's how it started. His ego became too damn inflated. Now, we have heard, okay, through the grapevine later that he always had these proclivities, these, what's the word am I looking for? Depravity. Depravity, I think is the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm going through a little word loss. I'm still waking up slowly. But, yeah, he's always had these proclivities even long before he became a social media star, for lack of a, well, not really a star, but I don't know, a TikTok star, or so he thinks he is, and his ego got the better of him. Let me check in the chat. For those of you who are new, when I'm reacting to a video, means I can't see the chat right away, so because I'm flipping screens. Okay, here we go. All right. It's all right. You can wind yarn. It's all right. All right. Hey, Juicy Skittles. Okay, you're cooking. Well, let's hope you cook better than MFW does, Juicy Skittles. Okay, hang on. All righty. All right. Hey, Michelle is here. Michelle. Good, excellent. Michelle's full-time job is to keep me out of trouble. Okay? It's a full-time job for Michelle. Okay. Hey, Jippy. Okay, hey. Okay, it's just basic greetings. A lot of mods to keep me in line. I know. Hey, Michelle. I know. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know. Thought she might need extra in case we get piled on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why. Exactly. He honestly makes me feel physically ill. I think he makes a lot of people feel physically ill, Steph. I really think he does. I wouldn't recommend anyone checking out TikTok. Some of the recent ones are disgusting. How he can mix in adult content with mental health is BS, is abhorrent. It is. Well, he does that with his OnlyFans too, Steph. He's also on OnlyFans and he uses that. His transphobia was it for me. Yeah, I covered that in my last stream about him, Jippy. It's still up on my channel if you want to catch it in replay. But I covered that. He siphoned more out of the community and certain people than he ever gave out. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you, Jenny. So never feel like you owe him anything. If he comes out, and he says, all the money I gave or how often did I sit and talk with them, that's manipulation, okay? He's trying to make you feel guilty. And some of us, because because his target audience are generally vulnerable people, okay, he can move in for the kill and see that it is, easy to manipulate. I'm glad you're doing good, Chippy. I'm glad you're doing good. Okay, you can continue. Yeah, well, I wish you luck with your yarn. He made a transphobic joke on TikTok. Yeah, that's right, he did. What the hell was going on with MBW? I keep hearing things. I'll tell you about that later, Steph. Long story short, he kind of participated in doxing me yesterday, but I'll tell you about it more later. Seriously, what fucking... Right, Faith? Right? Fetishes. Right, Jason? He's always been gross. He just hit it well. Exactly, Jenny. He's a con man. And he was very good. It's not for nothing the man can earn 6 figures on commissions from working in sales. You have to be damn good at manipulating people in order to do that. You have to be damn good at it. And that's something you must always keep in mind. Yeah, I heard that too, the N-word on his last stream, Jippy. I heard that too. Superiority complex, right? We can't see Jexi's video. We are watching your live stream. You can't see it? You can't see it at all? Let me see. It should be on the screen. That's what I have here. Oh, should be on the screen. All right, we're going to try. I heard from a former friend of his and his wife. I feel so tired. Oh dear, I'm so sorry, Kitty. His YT live stream had so many racist jokes that he laughed and ignored. I know, but anybody dared critiquing him, he banned them on site. That's what he did. He's a snake. Yes, Frauke, he is. Hey, Kitty, Wraith, long time no see. Jenny, yeah, it's LOL. I have to help keep Fedora out of trouble. That's right. That's right. And it's a full-time job. LOL, he hasn't earned that much in the years. He just touted that's his highest earning income. Really, Jenny? Really? It's not. It hasn't been the whole time. It's just a thumbnail. All right, hang on. Hang on. Let me try something. Okay. It's just a thumbnail. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Really? So that's what we're seeing on screen. Okay, I'm sorry about this. This computer is not cooperating. But were you able to hear it? Were you able to hear the sound? Oh, what the hell is this? Okay, hang on. Let's try this. Sorry, I really apologize about this. I had no idea the computer would not cooperate with me today. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I apologize for this. Okay. Alrighty. All right, sorry. Okay. All right. Can you see it now? Let me know in the chat if you can see it. All right. So I really apologize for this. This computer is really not cooperating with me today. Oh, God. Okay. Eric, oh, hi, Joe. Good to have you along. Eric just needs to get himself into therapy because IMO, he's got a lot of unresolved issues. I think he's beyond therapy personally, Joe. I really do. All right, good. I really apologize. This computer is, like I said, it's not cooperating, working with me today. Okay. All right. Let me know if you can hear it or if you can't. We're going to go back to it. Okay.
Potential sponsorship things, and it was a really great thing. And at the time that he started his TikTok, it was more of a kids app. Not to say there weren't adults on there, but it was more known for kids.
That's true.
Not the way it is today. Today there is a lot more older people on TikTok. It's become a much more widely used social media tool.
It's one of the reasons why I decided to give TikTok a try, because I had learned a lot of Gen Xers like myself were going on TikTok. There was even a hashtag, Gen Xers on TikTok, Gen Xer. So I thought, it might be a new way to meet people in my age bracket, but no, it did not turn out that way.
Tools. But when he started his channel, when he was doing stuff on Twitter and when he started TikTok, one of the things that he did was he put out his phone number because he believed at the time that the suicide hotline put you on hold for too long.
This is true, and I think this is in every jurisdiction, and I don't think anybody's ever invented a perfect plan. Least of all Eric Zink, as it turns out, or AKA Driven Industries, least of all Eric. And looking back, suicide hotlines are staffed by volunteers who do not have mental health training, and they're not professionals. So on that level, I'm not going to say that he shouldn't have done what he did simply because he wasn't a professional. But I'm going to say that he just didn't have the personality for it. This was all about ego for him. As it turns out, this was all about ego.
And because he had a small audience, he could answer calls when they came through. And I thought that was a very noble thing. Though I did mention to him at the time, don't you see this becoming problematic? Because as you get bigger, how are you possibly going to keep up with these calls? And
it's the same thing. I told him a long time ago, okay, privately in DMs. I told him privately because I was kind of alarmed that he was giving out his phone number that freely, publicly. And I asked him once, do you really think that's a good idea? I mean, it's not something I would do. Okay, it's not something I would do. But, yeah. But of course, that fell on deaf ears. What are you going to do? Look, you can lead the horse to water, right? But as the old cliche goes. All right. Hey, Mama J. Good to have you along. You found a great over 30 group? Right on. I wish I had never seen the adult TikToks he's done recently. What he's done cannot be unseen. Oh, I believe you, Steph. I've seen some of them before. I believe you. You can't get the phone. You can get the phone ringing, but be put on hold, calling 911. Yeah, here too in Montreal, Mama J. Here in Montreal. He didn't answer any of the texts anyway we did. Really, Jippy? Really? TikTok is great. Yeah, Joe, I've noticed you've been thriving on TikTok. When I've seen some of your stuff on Twitter, you've been thriving on TikTok. Yeah. He's far too much of a narc to admit he's at fault. True, he's arrogant. And that's the thing. If you're going to advocate for a vulnerable population, arrogance doesn't mix. You know what I mean, Joe? Yeah. Oh, thank you for your patience, Jason. Okay. All right. Eric just needs to get, yeah, okay, there we go. That's where I left off. Hey, Dan the man. Good to have you along. Good to have you along, Dan the man. All right. Let me know if there's an issue with the visual or the sound. Like I said, this computer's not my friend today.
And an answer in a quicker time than the suicide hotline. And, you know, he said that he wasn't really worried and you know, he'd address that as it comes or
Right.
he had plans for that or whatever it was his response was. So, you know, that's like a separate thing. But you could kind of see who he was then versus where he's at now, that he almost seems like a different person. Now, he does share often on his channel about the different medications he takes. And I know, look.
That's the thing. A lot of people, when I first was okay, I started out and there are many of the people who have been with me in the days when I was primarily a mental health channel before I rebranded to commentary. And there's one thing I know when I was first introduced to the mental health community, if you want to call it that, I suppose, was people were open on their videos about the medications they took or what their diagnosis was, you know. But you know, and I thought at first, and we can all evolve and change our minds with time. I know I did. And it's largely the reason why I rebranded to commentary. It could be used against you as well. Okay, because why? Because people are shitty.
Look, and let me just say this. This is all like my opinions, you know.
Yeah, we get it. We get it.
Of anything. I'm not going to go into like making accusations. I'm just sharing what I'm seeing. I know there was a period of time where he would share often that he was short on his medications and like, look, we're addicts. That happens, you know, like no judgment there. Seen it happen 100 times. Like we're addicts. Sometimes
he was short on medication. That probably means he was taking more. Like, let's say he had a 30-day supply and it's to take 1 pill a day. Okay? That means 30 pills. That means you should be good for the month. Now, if you're running short, either you have a lot of accidents spilling that pill bottle, and it's happened to me on a few occasions with my medications. It's happened. But all the time? No. It means he was taking more than he was supposed to, probably. I got to be careful with my language and use words, speculative language, like probably or allegedly. To protect the guilty.
We just take 2 instead of taking 1, right? Like it's just part of who we are. I get it.
Yeah.
Like no judgment.
Okay.
But I noticed that started happening because of him sharing about it. He would go on live streams and talk about it on his YouTube channel. And then he started making a lot of YouTube videos where he was trying different substances like kratom.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I don't know if anybody's been looking at his YouTube channel. I can't speak for the recent TikToks in the last month because I haven't seen them. But his YouTube channel has a lot of kratom videos about kratom. Now, I understand it's illegal in many jurisdictions in the United States. I'm not sure about Canada, to be honest with you, because I never looked up for Canada because I never had a need to.
Not against those types of things for recovery, right? Like, if you were going to say, like, I'm smoking pot, but I'm in recovery, like, that's fine, right? It's not what I would do, but it's not my place to judge somebody else for how they do recovery, right?
And I totally get that. You can't. Recovery, and I'm a recovering addict of 21 years. Okay, I've got 21 years into recovery. And she's right on the money on that one. There is no cookie cutter method of recovery for each addict. You know, everybody's different. It's not like somebody goes to the doctor with appendicitis or you got gallstones. Pretty much across the board, you're going to get your gallbladder or your appendix removed and probably get some antibiotics to hit any potential post-op infection. That's pretty much across the board. But with addiction, much like treatment for mental health, it's a case by case. So she's right on the money with that. And I've said this before on this channel too.
If you're taking kratom for something, or you're doing this, or you're doing that, you're taking these meds or that, I don't care. It's not just because it's not how I would do a program. It doesn't mean that I think it's not okay for somebody else. I'm really open-minded about different forms of recovery, and I specifically on this channel, I make sure that people know that, like, even though I am a more 12-step based type of recovery, I also very strongly believe in maintenance medications.
Then I believe in maintenance medications too. Things like Suboxone, for instance. There are people who do need it. And I never judge people if they are taking Suboxone or some other maintenance medication. It's the same thing. I would never judge them for that. She likes, she differs. I think I talked to Jexi about that. I'm personally not a fan of 12-step meetings. Why? Because the ones I attended, were quite religious based. I'm agnostic. Okay, I'm an excommunicated Catholic, devoted agnostic. And the religious stuff was just not working for me. Okay, but that's me. That might be maybe okay for somebody else,
But I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that stuff, right? But I don't ever judge. So please know when I'm bringing this stuff up, it is not in a judgment way. It's just observations.
Okay. Fair enough.
He got in trouble when he was on TikTok because a lot of his fans are children.
That's right.
Of course they are. You're a mental health advocate. And I did a whole video, which I'll put whatever side it is, about mental.
I think that's part of the issue. He was dealing with children. Okay, my Discord server has a venting corner. We have a room if people need hooking up to resources and stuff. But my server is for 18 and up. Okay, and there are damn good reasons for it.
Mental health advocates and the problem with using that term, right? And he had that problem. He was calling himself an advocate, which made people assume that he was supposed to be an example, and then he acted in a way that somebody who is an example of mental health shouldn't.
Exactly. Well, he was not a professional. He designated himself sort of an advocate. And especially with the following he was getting on TikTok with quite the vulnerable population, a lot of whom are minors, he kind of put himself in a position of trust. And this is what makes it all the more egregious. He comes off, smiley, or he used to anyway, come off smiley. And, I want to be your friend. I want to help you. But that's all part of the manipulation tactics, as we found out, we know by now. It's all part of the manipulation tactics.
Right? He had a conversation that was deemed inappropriate by his own words. Okay? Forget what anybody else says. He said he talked to this person like they were an adult. He shouldn't have talked to them
that way. You can't do that.
Fine.
You can't do that.
Everybody has opinions on that. I'm not getting into it. Because for this video.
My opinion is you can't do that. You cannot talk to a kid as if they're an adult. And especially if you're a stranger to that kid, you better keep a damn arm's length. In fact, more than an arm's length. I would say more than the typical 6 feet apart. Let me see what you're all saying in the chat. Okay. Let me see what you're all saying in the chat. Hang on. Okay. All right. Hang on. Every month he was short on meds. Okay, hang on. Catch it. Hey, Lane B. Lane B, good to have you. Okay. All right, here we go. We all told him, me as a professional. Okay, he didn't answer the text anyway. He did it first. Okay, yep. Yep, I know what you mean. Lane, I have Google. Google, it's an app where you can basically get another number to use. It's what I give out to people. I don't want to have my real one. Good point, Lane. There is Google. There is Google Call. So this guy made his own hotline. What the heck? I know, right? That is genius, Lane. Are you not familiar? I'm not sure if Lane is familiar with him. Lane, I do have other videos about Eric Zink on my channel if you want to get up to speed. By all means. That's actually what we had set up in the end, Lane. It was a Google number where the texts were sent to an email inbox for multiple admin to answer rather than just him. Ah, I see. Okay. But he did end up switching back and forth which number he gave out, making any effort we made harder. God, I'm sorry you went through that. I take a whole bunch of psych meds. I got anxiety, depression. I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. I hope you're doing okay, and I hope whatever you're on is working for you. Every month he was short on meds. Really? It wasn't nefarious? Okay. He would lack with getting prescriptions. Really? I think ultimately what Eric did was see the rewired souls fall from grace and see his chance to swoop in on this vulnerable community and be the real mental health advocate we all needed. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that stuff. I can see that. I mean, we saw the rewired soul. His ego got the better of him. And that's largely what got him in trouble. And Eric, in turn, there's something similar. Michelle with your cop cars. Michelle. Been there, done that. He's overtaking his meds. When I was co-admin, I had to make appointments for him. Really? Exactly, Steph. I remember that, Jen. You're not wrong, Steph. And RWS was canceled for far less. Absolutely right, Jenny. Absolutely right. True. I feel like you guys were essentially his personal assistants. Sure looks that way from the outside. Pretty much unpaid PAs, but we owe him. Yeah, really, eh? Well, that's the tactic of manipulation. That's one of the tactics. Make you feel guilty. Don't buy into it. Well, I don't think you guys do. But to anybody else who may be watching, don't buy into it. I don't have enough muscles in my body to eye roll hard enough. The three amigas. 12-step didn't work for me either, in fairness. Okay, it doesn't work for everybody, and it works for many, you know. Like I said, it's an example how recovery is not a cookie cutter. Yes, Jenny, many of us predicted that 2 years thinking TRS was a better choice because he wasn't a predator. And as shitty as he was, TRS kept on with his content. Some of it isn't that bad. I wouldn't support him and probably wouldn't watch regularly, but he wasn't this bad. No, I'm inclined to agree, you know. I'm inclined to agree with you there, Jenny. We were unpaid PAs, and yet we owe him money, apparently. Yeah, that's fucked up, Jeffy. That is fucked up. I honestly get sad when some people comment on his TikToks that say he helped them. Mainly because I know he really doesn't care. Really, huh? Hey, Rockin' Roberta! Oh, good to have you along. Exactly, Joe. He doesn't care. He cares about the dopamine rush he gets from the affection. And that is a real thing, Jenny, the dopamine rush you get from affection. That is definitely. I'm listening while I get ready. Right on, Roberta. Right on. Hey, Dragon Lion. Good to have you along. I've been lurking. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Eric Zink again. We are reacting to a video that the channel according to Jexi did about him, because I thought it was interesting. Thought it'd be interesting to talk about. Although it took about 20 minutes or so to get my potato to work. And let's hope it continues to work. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check them out, Fedora, I think. I've heard you talk about him before. This is a dark rabbit hole. It is indeed, Lane. It is indeed. But it's a rabbit hole I must crawl into. What did Eric do? People are so angry about. You didn't hear, Roberta? He's been caught with inappropriate For one thing, he's been using OnlyFans to under the guise of mental health, sending inappropriate texts and pictures to vulnerable adults, and inappropriate acts with minors, with underage girls. Inappropriate acts with underage girls. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought you heard about that, Roberta. This is why I'm a huge advocate for parents to learn about technology and parental controls because of weirdos like him. Yeah, I'm with you there, Dragon Lion, particularly if you got a child that is vulnerable. I figured out who we were talking about. Right on, Dragon Lion. I'll have to check some other videos, something about talking to a kid. Yeah, Roberta, I've got the other videos on my channel about this whole thing since September if you want to check them out. Okay. Okay. Yeah. He was caught using his status to message people inappropriately, teens and adults. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, Jenny. Yeah. Sounds like he's selling them, in my opinion, pills for depression, anxiety like Xanax, or hot commodities on the market. I'm not sure he is selling pills because that's not one of the things we've heard of. I'm not sure about that, and I'm going to be very careful before making an accusation like that for obvious reasons. Why would you pay his OF's money? Why would you pay his OF's money to see his mushroom? I don't know. Don't bother. It's not that big. Can't be. Mumsy, people do stupid shit. Yeah, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Especially teens. Oh, Jiffy. Jiffy, you might be the life of my stream this afternoon after all.
It's really irrelevant. So we had a lot of people call him out, and then he did a video on YouTube where he, he did multiple videos. But The one video that stuck out to me was when he was talking about his behaviors as an addict, right? And I totally would have done that exact video if I was trying to explain his behaviors, right? Look, when we are not actively working on...
And we've seen some of his videos, and as of late, in recent months, his behavior had been more and more erratic. I remember seeing a video clip. I forget the channel. They had their video taken down, I gather, for some because of clips that were too explicit. One, like, for instance, he aimed a taser toward his butt. Yeah. Or putting a condom over his head. Or talking about how he snorted coke off a stripper. Yeah.
Recovery program, we fall back into addicts' behaviors. It's a pattern. I've seen it 100 times. Anybody who's in recovery can tell you that that's generally what happens, right? If you were not working the recovery program that works best for you, over time, you start slipping back into bad behaviors.
True.
Whether you're using or not is irrelevant at that point, right? Sometimes we can go back into that feeling, right? Like we're trying to fill a void. And so I assume that at the time when he had a lot of young people reaching out to him, talking to him, and he realized he was helping these people, right? It fills a void. It makes you...
He may have felt he was helping these people, and at the time, other people might have thought he was helpful. And there are people still to this day, for some godforsaken reason, think that he's still helping them. The art, again, goes to the art of manipulation.
Feel good, right? It does something that's like, I'm helping people. It's like a high, right? It's like anything else, right?
Well,
like
I'll agree with that.
You do a YouTube video and it gets a whole bunch of views. It's a high. It feels good. I don't know what that feels like. I don't have any videos like that.
That's okay.
But it is. When we know we've done something good, when we've helped somebody, it's a high, and that can get addicting.
Yeah,
and I think that's what started to happen.
Agreed.
Right? He was getting addicted to the social media, because he did very well on TikTok, which feels good. It fills that void. It makes.
And I think, my opinion, largely the problem was maybe he started out with good intentions. Maybe he started out with good intentions, but once his TikTok blew up and his ego became more inflated. Okay? Therein lies the dilemma. Are you still an advocate? Are you still in it for altruistic reasons? Do you really still want to help people? Or is this all about feeding your ego? And with Eric, I'm inclined to vote for the latter. All right.
You want to do more and do more and do more, right? And it can cause us to make bad decisions, okay? So, why am I making this video now? I know we're a long way in, but why am I talking about this now? Well, I watched a live stream of his last night.
Yes.
I had to stop.
I bet.
It was very hard to watch. One, because although I never want to accuse somebody or assume, I felt like he looked high. Now, again,
I thought the same thing too. He did look kind of strung out to me. And no, I'm not a professional, but again, like Jexi and like many of you in the chat, I'm a recovering addict, and sometimes it takes one to know one. So I know I have to tread carefully here with my wording for obvious reasons. But in my learned opinion, I thought he looked kind of strung out. And it was kind of weird because just before that live stream, he did an upload, which I reacted to. My last video on him was actually a reaction to that video where he was talking about canceling food, like wheat thins, like Rice Krispie squares. No, for real. I'm not kidding. He was talking about the poor wheat thins, and he kind of somehow tried to twinge it into fat shaming. It was just very, very, I'm at a loss for words, honestly.
he may not have been. I cannot speak to what somebody else's mental state. But based on what I have seen his norm be,
Right.
This was not it. And as somebody who cares about other people, it was very hard to watch because I know he's been struggling, right? He shares he's been struggling. And then I see this video and the way he's talking and his mannerisms, and I'm like, it hurts. Look, somebody that I cared about in recovery was buried today, right? We have lost absurd amount of people in 2020.
Yeah,
2020
true.
has probably been the most deadly year for addicts since like the 80s.
And that's not hard to believe considering, and this is all over the world. The pandemic has unfortunately had other consequences. And I'm not talking about just the economy, but I'm talking about like healthcare systems are overwhelmed. As such, because of the influx of outbreaks, people needing to undergo treatment, with other serious illnesses. For instance, cancer patients. I know here in Canada and many provinces, cancer treatments have been postponed, like cancer surgery, chemo treatments. They've been postponed. And more often than not, with a cancer patient, it's all about timing. And the same would hold true for addiction. Somebody needing a spot in inpatient. Because of COVID, here anyway, I'll speak for here. Because of COVID, trying to get a spot in inpatient these days, problematic. Let me see what you're all saying in the chat. Yes. Hi, Taisha. Good to have you. It's been a while. Okay. All right. If Nikocado, Avocado, and Onision can make money on OnlyFans, the sky is the limit. This is true, Dragon Lion. This is true. I heard it was about a kid, but was never cleared on what exactly happened. Hey, Christina. Good to have you along. Inappropriate messages to teens, inappropriate videos, images to adults. Also luring vulnerable fans to join him on OnlyFans. Yeah, that sums it up, Jenny. That sums it up. Also having sex with his vulnerable fans on OnlyFans. Yeah, I know. That is gross. He's not even that good looking. Maybe he's given those teens the drugs as a way to segue into them. I don't want to go that far because one can get into trouble for making such serious assertions, but I wouldn't rule it out either. I don't think his heart was ever in the right place. You don't, Jason? Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. You know, superiority complex. I don't think he did, and it's hard to explain. Okay. Because my feeling of his good intentions came from not just his videos, but from his Discord. But the good intentions on Discord came from other members, not him. I understand that. I understand that. He recycles the same advice over and over. There's nothing wow about Eric. His intent isn't great either. I did watch a Jexi video the other day, but never was clear on what he said that was inappropriate. I don't do TikTok because I've heard there are a lot of kids there. No, and I get that. And I tried TikTok for about a hot 5 minutes, Roberta. I tried TikTok for a hot 5 minutes. Just wasn't for me. He rarely was ever there other than for a few minutes to be praised. That sounds right. That sounds right. Most people have said Eric looks loaded in his vids. Yeah. Tisha. When I subscribed to him in 2019, he did the condom challenge. He did something with them a few months ago as well, very inappropriate for his young fans. Right? Taisha, I'm scared to ask, but what the heck is the condom challenge? Yo, he put it over his head, Dragon Lion. He stretched it out over his head like an armed robber putting a pantyhose mask over him. I think what he's doing is trying to trivialize canceling. Yeah, we saw the Rewired Soul do that. I mean, the Rewired Soul wrote a whole spurging off in an ebook, right? We saw that. We thought he was back to using since before the Kratom vids, to be honest. Really, Jippy? I wouldn't be surprised. But I have to be careful with my language. I watched the video that Jack said he looked high. I went there, but he just seemed sad to me. I think he was strung out, Roberta. I'm a recovering addict as well as 4 months clean off alcohol. Congratulations, Dragon Lion. Congratulations. Did cocaine as much as I could in my younger years. Was addicted to it for 2 years. Well, congratulations on your sobriety, Dragon Lion. Eric misuses prescription meds. He said so himself, and now he describes how he self-medicates. You know, when I hear terms like that, you know, a recovering addict, self-medicating, that never bodes well. No. And there is no exception. That never bodes well. Then there's all that Kratom stuff, which he also misused. No question in my mind. I don't believe he has ever been genuine. I absolutely don't know who this guy is, and I'm so thankful. He sounds awful. He is, Christina. He is. I downloaded TikTok just to watch ALR for a day, then I deleted it. I didn't understand how it worked. That's okay. You ain't missing much, Lane. Hey, Beckaroo. Good to have you along. Good to have you along down this rabbit hole with us. The way Eric dismissed transgender people in his comments when he was transphobic tells me he doesn't care for his audience. No, he doesn't. Yeah, congratulations, Dragon Lion. Congratulations. All righty, let's get to it.
Okay. I cannot even begin to go through the list of people I have known in recovery who have died in 2020. It's been real. And so somebody who is already struggling, who is telling us that he is struggling, right? He spent so many videos talking about how he's struggling and how he's making decisions he wouldn't normally make because he's now working on his recovery, right? He's saying that.
Yep.
And now I see a live stream where he's not acting his normal self. And it concerns me.
Well, getting caught doing very shady shit will do that to a person. Just saying. Doing all that shady shit. When you get caught, we'll do that.
Because I care about people. I don't care how many mistakes you've made.
By the way, in case you're wondering why I'm not being careful with the swearing or certain verboten words on YouTube, is because YouTube has demonetized this video out of the starting gate. So I might as well go all out. Okay?
I don't care how negative people are at you. I'm always going to care about watching somebody fall down. Right? Like, I don't like seeing that. And, you know, I
don't either. I don't like seeing people fall either, but sometimes it's a necessary evil. And Jexi, I think, knows this as well as I do, as well as many of you do. Sometimes falling down is a necessary evil. Yeah, I'm going to be direct. I'm not going to euphemize about that.
The mods delete any sort of comment. Even people were asking, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, that's true.
And they delete that.
I saw that.
Like, you seem off. Are you doing well? They delete it, right? Like, any questions about how he was feeling were deleted. And a lot of times they were talking about the haters. And
the haters.
And of course
he was talking about the haters. Man, the haters.
A couple of people who said stuff, right? That's how it is in any live stream. But the majority of things that were deleted were people asking if he was
This is true.
And I thought that was weird, that asking somebody if they're doing okay is being judged, like being considered a hater.
No, I don't think so.
And then I saw a comment, which I will put up whatever side I decide to. Here, I'll move over.
There we go. Yep.
That was completely racist. And he looked at it and he laughed and said, "Oh, I can't believe you went there. Ha ha ha."
Yeah, that's really funny. I'm just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over this. Eric. So we see the true colors coming through. Not only does he have such depravity and proclivities with sexcapades, but we see that he's transphobic, probably homophobic as well, and racist. Yeah, real winner. No wonder he sticks to all white neighborhoods. I don't know. Boise, Idaho strikes me as very white bread.
And then you move right along, and nobody deleted that comment. And I'm thinking,
I don't think he had any mods that night, and if he did, they missed it.
Wait a second. We're going to start deleting comments of people who are asking how he is, but we're allowing racist comments, and nobody in the chat was like, "Hey, don't say racist stuff." And I don't even realize it was almost like he was absent from his own live stream. And most of the people who were in that live stream, besides maybe his mods, because I don't know who they are, were children.
Yeah, once again, we see he hasn't learned his lesson. I mean, no, okay, a YouTube chat you can't really control. You can't really control. But I think it would have been incumbent on him, and of course someone like him wouldn't do it, but I think it would be incumbent just to say a word every so often in the stream, okay? If you're under the age of 18, I recommend that you tune out. Not that they will or listen, but at least you did your thing, okay? Let me see what you're all saying. Yes. He laughed at a homophobic joke one day, way back when I followed him. Then one day I woke up to see that he DM'd me in an inappropriate pickup. What? To you, Jason? He said you dick pics? Good God. Thought it was just girls. Wow. I feel and care for the people struggling, but when you're being an asshole, problematic, I'm still going to hold you accountable. Yeah, same here, and we should, Joe. Michelle, you're cooking? What you cooking? What you cooking, Michelle? Are you going to bring me dinner? Michelle, are you going to cook me dinner? Okay. Dragon Lion, I bet it is, but you're doing great. Just scrolled up to see why you were being congratulation dragon. Yeah, it is amazing. I lived in Boise for 10 years. It's very white there. Yeah, just as I thought. Thanks for confirming that, Dragon Lion. They're also a huge drug problem that's been growing for years. In Boise, Idaho. Who'd have thunk? Thank you, Dragon Lion, for the information. What do I know? I'm in Eastern Canada. Oh. Yeah. He's 100% homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, sexist, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, I agree with it. Yeah, I agree with it all. Yes, he did. It threw me for a loop. I thought he was just doing it with girls, Jason. Wow, I'm so sorry he did that to you. I'm really sorry he did that to you, Jason. See, that's interesting because he used to poo-poo guys sending him pee-pee pics. Clearly he was lying. Really, Jippy? Wow. Screaming internally and externally. I hear you, Jenny. Lots of white supremacists live there. My boyfriend lived there longer and claimed on one of the bridges they had. Oh no! Oh God! I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Dragon Lion. Honestly, most at least the people I ran into were major fakes. Doesn't surprise me that he lives there. Well, maybe he fits right in, eh, Dragon Lion? Maybe he fits in there. I assume that because I'm gay, I'd be naturally interested. Far from it. Yeah, really, Jason. I'm really sorry he did that to you. Fisherman. Wow, I never would have guessed he would have do that to men. Yeah. Whoops, hang on.
How do I deal with this in my school? How do I tell my parents this, right? These are the questions. And so the reason, like the core of why I thought I needed to talk about this is because he's still being an example of mental health to people.
What? Still representing himself this way.
It's very clear to anybody watching that his own mental health is in trouble. And yet we have...
He's still misrepresenting himself in this way. Why am I not surprised?
Children watching him. And I don't have any answers. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. And that's fair.
Here's the thing, he's talking about cancel culture and he's making jokes about canceling Rice Krispie treats and whatever else.
No, that's true. In that upload, he was talking about canceling Wheat Thins and Rice Krispie treats and other junk food products. It was just, again, under the heading of shit you couldn't make up if you tried.
Whatever. Look, cancel culture, I have weird perspective on it. I think, yeah, sometimes we're too harsh on people, right? We come at people with force and it can be really jarring for them. It can be hard to deal with, right? And how can we ask a person to do any sort of self-reflection if they're being hit with hate all the time, right? But on the other side of that is cancel culture is society's way, your community's way of saying, wake up, something is happening and you need to pay attention, right? Like in recovery, I surround myself with people who tell me things that I may not want to hear. When I'm not doing well, I have people in my life who say, hey, you're sort of acting off. What is going on? If I came on this channel and I started speaking in a way that was outside my norm, or I started talking about people in a way that just wasn't right, I am sure that the people who watch my video would say, what is going on with you? And that's a good thing. I keep people in my life that call me out on stuff because that's how we stay accountable. And on top of that, if our accountability is on social media, right? Like if we are doing stuff on YouTube or doing stuff on TikTok, that's our audience. That's our network, right? And sure, they only see a little piece of things, right? They're not going to see what your family sees.
This is true. This is all true, what she's saying. And I've had people who have followed me for a while know what's happening with me. They know that my memory is crap. They know I go through word loss. They know why. So as such, they don't really ask. If I'm going through periods where I can't find my words, in my videos, or there's like dead air, if there's like dead air or whatever, people have followed me for a while know probably something is up and I'm not having a good moment with my condition, my cognitive issues, okay, are acting up. But, you know, I guess somebody new, though, would ask. But, yeah.
Friends see you, but they do see what your norm is, right? If your norm, like, I'm filming at nighttime with lights on. The only time I ever film like this is with trivia. Every other video you see is during the day.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
So I'm outside my norm in that, which means that what I'm saying must be different. And I feel like it is.
Not okay, in your case, maybe, but globally overall, if you're filming at a different time, or you're filming with different equipment, or you're filming in a different location, sometimes as YouTubers, it's a good idea to change things up, experiment a bit. You know, even if you're in a specific niche, it's good to change things up a bit. This is why I experiment with comedy. You know, sometimes it's a flop. It's an absolute utter flop, and sometimes it's a great success. But you don't know if you don't try. I hear what she's saying, but in her case, because with Jexi, obviously, what she's describing with her channel, things are generally routine for her. But you know what? Overall, I don't really ask if somebody's uploading or going live at a different time than they usually do. I'm not really going to ask. You know, I figure there are reasons for it. Try different things. You know what I mean?
It's because after thinking about it in the car for so long, so like my question is, what do we do? What do we do? Because in my mind, we are seeing somebody in our community who used to be somebody that mattered in our community, somebody that was part of our circle that we cared about. And we're watching them dig themselves a hole.
Hang on. Okay. Sorry about that.
Deeper and deeper. And like, I don't know. If I thought he would listen to me, if I reached out and said, hey, like, what the heck is happening? But I don't know that he would. And unfortunately, I'm almost afraid to say anything because I don't want to be labeled a hater. And
this is the thing. And yeah, and I think that's partly why I would understand Jexi doesn't like to, may not like to do reactions or do commentary. When you're doing commentary like that, and I know this is easier said than done because I still struggle with this today, but you have to be prepared. Not everybody's going to like what you have to say. I have a lot of unpopular stances, okay? I have a lot of unpopular stances. And with that, you got to prepare for hate. You're going to get hate. The question is, how do you handle it? How do you handle it? And sometimes, more often than not, doing the right thing or saying the right thing or taking a stand, okay, is very hard. It's very difficult that way. I can understand not wanting to be hated, but sometimes it comes with the territory, and sometimes it's for the greater good. And you got to think, it's what I said earlier in the video. If you're pissing people off on all sides, once again, it means you're doing something right. And that's something you got to keep in mind. You know, now I understand Jexi probably has no intention of rebranding into commentary, except for the odd video that he does like this one. But my best advice as a commentary channel, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. You gotta take the good with the bad. And no question, it does take a thick skin. But
and grouped in with people who are really being cool, because that's just not who I am. And I've mentioned on someone's comment section that I feel sorry for him, and it's not like I feel sorry for him because there's nothing he can do about it, right? I get it. He's in a situation of his own making.
That's right.
Let's
absolutely
be clear.
And this is why I can't feel sorry for him. Okay. Jexi to me has always struck me as a person who always tries to be positive, tries to believe the best in people. I, on the other hand, am not one of those people, okay? I don't believe the best in people. I believe in, I become cynical and jaded in my old age. And you know what? For me, I think that has been serving me quite well. You know why? Because I don't get disappointed that way. And maybe, and the world needs all kinds. I know I'm sounding like a cliche, but the world does need this. Some people who have this positivity. You also need people like me, like, yeah, wait a minute. No, that ain't working. Nah, this person has ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you're all saying. Steph, finding my motivation to be clean can be challenging, at least for me. And I think it's challenging for everybody, Dragon Lion, but still you're doing good if you're doing good. Taisha, good that you're doing well. Okay, back from doing the dishes. Okay, cool. Do what's right. You'll always receive heat for it. But see something, say something. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Exactly. You can't be an advocate if you are staying silent. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Dragon Lion, yeah, really have not been feeling it today, but glad you got it done. We all have days like that, Steph. We all have days like that. Boise sells itself to be a progressive area. They're trying to grow. Years ago, you could find extremely cheap living. Now it's way too expensive. Really? Huh. So not surprised he moved there at first. It's a good place for addicts to move to. I don't doubt it after everything you've been saying about it. Lane, everyone needs people like that. Those are the ones that really do care. True. Thank you, Lane. Hi, Taisha. I didn't even notice you were here. Hope you've been well, my friend. Okay. And just want to make sure. Yeah. Alrighty. Sorry if I'm missing anybody in the chat. I apologize. It's because I suck at multitasking. And when I'm playing the video, I'm on another screen. So I'm just going to glance and go through random. Jiffy, see, that's interesting because he used to, okay, then we already went there. I wouldn't, Joe. I moved from my village to get away from the drug use. Right on, Jiffy. Sometimes you have to move away, Sometimes you got to move away from what's going to trigger you. Absolutely. Okay.
He has put himself here, and he's the only one that can get himself out of here.
Yep.
But the only way we can move forward and do better is if we recognize that we're actually having a problem and take accountability for it. And like when he did that video in his car, when he's like, I'm an addict and I'm not doing my recovery program the way I should, and I'm acting a fool. For me, a lot of people were like, nope, don't care. That's not good enough. For me, I was like, yes, that is the first step, because a lot of...
And here's another thing to take into consideration. Okay. How much of it on his part is trolling? Okay. How much of it is trolling on his part? This is something to consider. Trolling for sympathy. Remember, Nikocado Avocado has done it. Trisha Paytas has done it. Okay? There are many, that are trolls. They get caught up in a scandal, and then they troll harder for sympathy.
Times for us, that's what it takes. It takes for us to recognize that we're not doing something we're supposed to be doing, and we're making bad choices. Like, that's huge, right? That's a big step for us as addicts, right? Like, we need to recognize, like, I am falling downhill fast. But it was like he did that one day, and then I don't know, he decided that he wasn't getting the love. Maybe he wasn't getting the love and support that he needed, right? We all need to feel like we're cared about. And like, I don't know. I don't know. And so, like, I get the hate. I get why he's getting hate. He's done harm.
Yeah, he has.
Taking accountability for it.
No, he hasn't.
But I also don't want to see somebody be like Look, he's digging himself deep enough.
Yep.
We don't need to help him, right? We don't need to help him. He's doing it on his own.
Ordinarily, I would agree with that, but there are exceptions to every rule. No, there are exceptions to every rule. He does need to be held accountable. And if that sends him further down, we have to, you can't be afraid when you're holding someone accountable. And I've heard Eric do this in his TikToks when he was first caught last September. He kind of implied that he may relapse. He was in danger of relapsing. And we as the audience, or haters, as he likes to put it, if you want to put it that way, he was going to blame us for it. And you can't, that's another form of manipulation, the guilt trip. And you can't fall for it. I know I can't. It's like, no, dude, I'm going to hold you accountable for your goddamn actions. If you relapse because of it, that's not my problem. It cannot be my problem. That's your problem, dude. That is your shit to work out. You better work it out fast. Because continuing on this bad behavior, and for a while now, if, as he says, he wasn't working his program, which puts him at further risk of relapse, who's to say he hadn't already relapsed?
And like, if I could offer him a handout and help him, I absolutely would, because that's just what I believe in. No matter how bad somebody's actions may be, like, I do think people are redeemable, but there's got to be accountability. And I
agree with that. I love a good redemption story, believe me. Okay? It's why I'm a fan of Charles Dickens novels. I love a good redemption story. He ain't it. Later down the road, I don't know. But here's the thing about me. Crimes against children or any other vulnerable member of society, a crime against or harm toward a vulnerable member of society, particularly children or the elderly, or the disabled, to me, I'll never forgive it. Okay? Never, ever.
After seeing so many people die, after watching so many people I care about in recovery fall farther and farther down, as I said, somebody, he was like 20-something. He just celebrated his baby's 1 year, birthday.
I'm sorry.
He's dead. And like seeing people like that who I care about, who I know, like die. Like, I'm not saying Eric's gonna die. Like, I'm not. But like, addiction is nasty.
I know.
And he had a couple years, maybe. I don't know what he has now. I don't know what he considers himself, but I don't know. I don't know how to help. And I guess at this point I'm just rambling. But the fact is this.
I know you want to help Jexi, but you know what? You can't help him, okay? I'm going to be blunt. You can't help him. Don't even rack your brain on how to help him. Call him out for his shitty behavior if for no other reason but to try to protect any further harm to other vulnerable individuals, be they adult or child, be they man or woman, girl or boy. That's all you can do. That's all you can do at this point. Really all you can do. At this point right now, he is beyond help. I do videos about him. I've done videos about him, not because I want to help him, but because I want to call him out. And because I want my videos to serve as a warning to other vulnerable people who may be watching me, who watch him as well. Okay? You can't help him. All you can do is call him out and try to warn others. That's all you can do.
I cannot watch live streams of people like that. I cannot watch people continue to dig themselves into a hole. And you're going to keep getting hate if you don't take accountability and try to do better, right? That's what we have to do in recovery.
Yeah.
No matter what, we need to take accountability and we need to try our best to do better. But we can't do that if we don't acknowledge what we're doing wrong. And pretending that everything's a joke, put everything on dark humor, ha ha ha, is not the way to do it. And like, look, he's grown his platforms, and he can continue to do so. But that's only going to...
I don't want him to continue to do so. Not at this juncture. That's just it. I don't want him to grow his platforms. I want him to lose viewers. I want him to lose his TikTok accounts. Okay? I want him canceled. Now, a lot of people don't like cancel culture. Me, in certain cases, I have no problem with cancel culture whatsoever. And he is one of those cases where cancel culture is appropriate. Let me go to the chat. Okay. In my area, weed just became completely legal, so in March they're going to start selling. Yeah, it's legal here in Canada too, Dragon Lion. Eric gaslights his audience is good at using reactionary abuse. True. Step that could help, back advocate for CBT. He posted a few TikToks this week implying that he was in a dark place. He's been saying that for some time, Jenny. And I just called him straight out on it from my own account. Right on. And that's what should be done. Right on, Jenny. Like, I know he probably is in a dark place, but that doesn't mean that his dark place is caused by the rest of us. Right on. It's caused by his own actions, Jenny. And he needs to get help accordingly. Yeah, but you and I know damn well he's not going to seek help unless he thinks he needs it. And at this time, his ego and his own arrogance are his worst enemy. Yeah. Angry Veteran, hey, I didn't see you come in. Hey, George, my benzo hell. Wow, a blast from the past. Good to have you here, George. Angry Veteran, there are kids on TikTok, but it's too simple to ignore them and set your preferences accordingly. Also, if a harmful individual needs to be removed from social media, I'm all for it. Right on, Angry Veteran. Right on. I'm with you, AB. I'm with you, AB. Yeah. Let me go back. Like I said, sorry if I'm missing anything in the chat. All right. Hey, Merc Stalinsky. I didn't see you come in, too. Yes. Yeah, Jexi is awesome. Like I said, this is not a reaction of hatred towards her at all. Just a few critiques. That's all. That's all. And this video will be available in replay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year. All it needs is a gray hoodie and a kitchen floor. Jenny. Gray hoodie and a kitchen floor. Jenny. Jenny. Okay.
What's going to happen if he makes a change? So, all right, lay it on me. Tell me what you think. I mean,
well, I've been doing that all along.
I'm trying. I have a feeling that this video may anger his haters and anger his fans. I don't know. I'm just trying to use my own experience in recovery to like tell you what I'm seeing. So let me know. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. You know, do this though, please. Be respectful. Even if you're like a hater and you want to rail on somebody, please try to be as constructive in the way you speak as possible. I don't really like hate in any sort of way. And I don't want my comment section to turn into like some sort of brawl of hate. Like, let's not do that, please. But let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you're new to my channel and want to subscribe, that's fantastic. If you're interested in recovery, that's what we talk about here.
Now,
and every Wednesday night, we do trivia. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this was heavy. Let me know. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Jexi. All right. We're going to stop the share screen right now. Okay. Now we're back. All we have to do is ban his account, then he would never recover and will own up to his actions. Yes, Angry Veteran. Yes. He's got 4 other accounts. Yeah, I saw he's got multiple TikTok accounts, Jenny. I've seen it. Want to catch up after or not? It's up to it at the moment. Right on. Let's all make friends. Yes, he's got loads of alternate accounts. True. True. Now, Jexi. So overall, I was just passing by the YouTube. Had to pop in and say hi. I'm going to get some sleep. Have a great stream. Thank you, George, for stopping by. Much appreciated. Okay. And Happy New Year. Happy 2021 to you, George. May it bring you good fortune. I know it sounds cliched. Ah, yes. May it sounds cliched. So, anyways, feel free to express your thoughts in the chat right now. I'm going to stay with you for the next 10 or 15 minutes to talk to you all. This is the part where I devote my time to the chat. Thing is, Jexi sees Eric as doing a lot of harm, but she doesn't want to say anything in fear of hate. Jexi has to get over that if she wants to help at all. Well, that's what I've been saying, and I'm not saying just necessarily, but it's about helping a friend. But if you're doing any kind of commentary, like on YouTube, or if you're doing it in a blog, you can't be scared of taking a stand. I understand if you've got to be speculative because you don't have concrete proof. I understand using speculative language. But I think if you use the proper speculative language or ask in the form of a question, just putting an idea out there, just planting a seed, if you will, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. And I think sometimes you just have to, because you never know. You never know what might be revealed later, right? And that's the thing. One thing I say, like I said, I don't see Jexi ever venturing into the world of commentary. And to be perfectly blunt, and this is not a slight against Jexi, it really isn't for everybody. If you're doing commentary covering drama or whatever, anything like that, you are diving down many rabbit holes. You are. And you're going to come across hate. You're going to come across depravity. You're going to come across a lot of deranged people. Nastiness. But you have to learn how to roll with the punches. You do have to learn how to roll with the punches, and you got to take a stand. I've got dinner with my parents, but would love to tomorrow. I miss our chats. Ah, cool. I've been missing chatting with you too, Jason. I like Jexi's video, though. She made valid. Yeah, she did make many valid points. She did. Hope to catch up with you too soon, George. Steph, I absolutely agree. Gary tried to explain it to her, but I don't think she understands. She's a sweetheart, but she cares too much. Yeah, Taisha, I'm with you there. Like I said, Jexi strikes me as a woman who wants to believe the best in people. Again, I'm not one of them. I am not one of those people. Okay? I expect garbage across the board. And I'm not disappointed. Okay, Jason, it's been great seeing you. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. And you have to be okay with the police knocking at your door. Is that just you? No, that's just me, Christina. That's just me. You remember when I did my MFW parody? Yeah. Sometimes people care way too much because they haven't set boundaries, and that's fine. But when it comes down to the final seconds, do you want what's right or not? Well, exactly, Joe. Exactly. And like I said, the part where she says, she doesn't know how to help them, I think, she comes across, unlike Eric, I believe her intentions are pure. I believe her intentions are altruistic. I really do. But his intentions, you cannot be altruistic or even attempt to be empathetic or sympathetic with somebody who is not. You can't. It can't be done. Much love to you too, Jason. Thank you for stopping by. Don't be a stranger. Drop me a line. Drop me a line, Jason. I miss chatting with you. I want to see the best in people, and I'm optimistic, but I know when to call a spade a spade. True. You have to know, and you have to know that. You have to. It's for your own. It's for our own sanity. You know what I'm saying? It's for our own sanity. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Jason's got a lot of catching up to do with friends. See, Jason, you are well loved. You are. Fishermen, all they have to do is ban his account. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Juicy Skittles. I want to tell you all that those pants Those pants make your butts look great. Smile, have a good day, and eat loads of good food today. Right on, Juicy Skittles. Right on. Thanks for doing the stream, Fedora. I gotta shoot now. Okay, have yourself a good evening, Jiffy. I believe it's evening in your part of the world. Have a great evening. Much love to you, Jiffy. Don't be a stranger. Yeah, well, don't thank me. I wanted to do it. You know, because here's the thing. Jexi the other day on Twitter, she asked, just shortly after she uploaded her video, she asked on Twitter, does he need to be rescued or should he be canceled, which the title of the video is. And I wrote right away, I hadn't seen the video yet, and I wrote right away, canceled, you know. And then she asked people on Twitter to watch her video. I said, all right, I can do that for you, Jexi. I can do that. So I watched it, and I thought, you know, there's too much for a comment section. And so I thought I would react to it here on my channel. And for those people who are saying I'm doing it for monetization, like I said, all my Eric Zink videos, YouTube demonetizes those right away, okay? YouTube demonetizes all my Eric Zink videos, so don't even go there. Don't come after me for that. I gotta fly, got coursework to finish. Well, good luck with that, Joe. Thank you. Gotta go, guys. Body hating me. I'm sorry to hear that, Wraith. I'm really sorry. Hope you have an awesome day. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. Who's still left in the chat? Who is still left in the chat? Okay. Who is still left in the chat? All right. I might as well shake my rattle can before everybody else goes. You'll be making a video in a week or two? Okay. Oh, you're good. You're still here. Angry Veteran, it's been really nice to catch up with this community. We always seem, unfortunately, come together over dark topics, but still. So true, Steph, so true. Just working and lurking, not sure if I want to do a live stream or not. Well, that's entirely up to you, Jenny. That's entirely up to you. Hey, Lane. All right, I'm going to shake my rattle can because if Michelle is lurking in the background still cooking. By the way, Michelle, you got to bring dinner to me in Montreal. You got to bring dinner to me. I'm going to shake my rattle can again and do the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. If you wish to join this channel, it's $1.99 per month. And you get access to cool emojis to use in chats and in the comment section. And if you can't find the join button, here's the link to join. Okay? And you also get access to most of my uploads, early access, ad-free. No ads. And once per week, Thursdays at 4 p.m., we do public live streams, but members only chat. So if that interests you, that's something to consider. For PayPal, rest assured, I keep all your information confidential. I'm not in the habit of doxing people. And go check out my merch. Go check out my merch. You know, t-shirts, mugs, all original designs. And I have a Discord server if you want to join. You have to be 18 and up. We're a pretty chill place. Lots of awesome people, rooms to suit all tastes. And I'm proud to see we're pretty drama-free. We're a chill group. So if you're over the age of 18, please consider joining the Discord server. It's free. No, we're not a secret society. Yes, it is full of rad people, isn't it, Jenny? It is, if I do say so myself. We got to thank Ray Phoenix, who was just in here. She built the server. She handled all the tech. Because Lord knows I can't. Because I'm old and I'm not cool. And I'm from the early 1700s. And I do crappy YouTube videos from a potato with wires. Hey, la mamera magrosa. Yeah, I'm going to be jumping off in about 5-10 minutes, but you'll be able to catch the whole thing in replay, la mera magrosa. You're going to catch the whole thing in replay. Yes. Yeah, I know you tried helping him, Jenny. I know you did. I know your intentions were good. But like I said, when you're dealing with somebody whose intentions are nefarious, they're not good, it's kind of like banging your head against a brick wall, isn't it? It's kind of like banging your head against a brick wall. And that is something, you know, I'm sure Jexi knows deep down that that's the way it is. You're from the 1800s and you're cool as shit. Yeah, I think you're cool as shit, Lamera Magrosa. I think you're cool as shit. I really do. I love you, Lamera Magrosa. Unfortunately, I cannot do like Negs and do that thing that he does. I cannot do that thing that he does. First of all, I'm the wrong gender for it. It really is. Yeah, yeah, Jenny, you really can't. You know, if somebody whose intentions, you got to back away. Thank you, Lamera Magrosa. Back at you. You know, you can't. You know, if somebody's intentions are not good, no matter how much good intentions you ooze and overflow with, you cannot help that somebody whose intentions are not good. It's one of the reasons why I've done Miss Fucking Wonderful reviews. Because addict or not, she's just not a good person. You know, you can't blame you cannot blame racism on addiction or vice versa. For instance, you cannot blame any kind of prejudice on addiction. You can't. It's learned behavior. Racism, homophobia, any kind of prejudice. It is learned behavior. So whether you're addicted or not, in recovery or not, you know, there is still the question. And that's why I covered Ms. Fucking Wonderful. Now, with Eric, it's pretty much, mind you, it's all different kinds of special and bad in a bad way, but it's pretty much the same treatment I give him. It's pretty much the same. You're silicone daddy. You're silicone daddy, Lamera Magrosa. Yeah, but I can't do it, Lamera Magrosa. I can't do it. I can't do it. Exactly. You know, and that's just the way it is. And Jexi, for your own sanity, like I said, don't even rack your brain over it. It's not worth it. Go about your regular life as you always do. And I think it'll be better for your continued recovery journey. My opinion, my humble opinion, from one addict to another. Do your own thing. Okay? Do your own thing. Don't even rack your brain over Eric Zink. Whatever happens will happen. In the words of the immortal Doris Day, que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. You know, whatever will be, will be. And I think that's the best way to go about it. But do continue calling him out. If he's, you know, harming other people like he's doing, by all means, continue calling him out. Yes, Christina is here, Lamera Magrosa. Yes. Okay, it would not feel the same. I'm sorry, Lamera Magrosa, but I'm even the wrong gender to do this. I can't even do it. I'm the wrong gender to do this. So, yeah. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. It's a free way to help your girl out. Or if you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. It's still all engagement. It's still all engagement. And so, I mean, I know you joined in late, Lamera Magrosa, but if anybody else has any other words, who is still around in the chat, anybody have any other words about Jexi's video? Anything you want to add to what I say or what I said? Anything else? Okay. If it only comes to you later, don't worry. You can add it in the comments section later. Yep, you can add it to the comment section later. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, please do watch it later. I think Jexi is a sweetheart, but she's too forgiving. Yeah, I'm with you there, Fisherman. I'm not that forgiving. Like I said, I'm not that forgiving. I'm not the type of person that believes the best in people. You know, and sometimes a healthy dose of cynicism and cynical people like yours truly are needed. Just like positive people who want to believe the best. I guess it would be the best kind of yin and yang kind of thing. Be the best kind of yin and yang, you know. I have been accused of being too negative on this channel, but you know what? I've always said I never promised you a rose garden. To quote that old 1970s country singer. What was her name again? who sang that song. I forget. But yeah, it's, you know, I mean, no, I always promised, even after rebranding into commentary, I always promised to keep things real. And I think I do a good job of that. There are many people who don't like it. There are many who who dislike it. But I think, yeah. Oh, La Mermagrosa. You got to tell him that. Not me. You got to tell him that. I'm sure he's going to go live later. You got to tell him that. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear you. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that. Yeah. I'm sure. You got to tell him that. Toulouse Mirage. Lynn Anderson sang the song. Thank you, Toulouse. Thank you, Toulouse. Don't think I've seen you around here before. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. I'm just doing the last few minutes. I'm going to be jumping off in a few minutes. But all my streams remain up in replay if you're interested in catching it in the replay. Okay. And like I said, those of you who are new here, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Please give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, you lurk and you listen. Right on, Toulouse. Right on. Hey, I do a lot of lurking and listening too. Okay, I don't always comment. I hang out at other people's live streams. I don't always comment. So that's just fine, Toulouse. It's cool. Okay. Is there anything else? La Mermagrosa. La Mermagrosa. Okay then. So anyways, I apologize at the top of the stream for the technology not working well. Like I said, the computer is on its last leg. It's 10 years old. And it's all I got. So I'm trying to get as much as I can out of it. Are you still going to be doing a panel? Yeah, I could be. Not now, obviously, because I'm finishing. But yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about a panel. And don't worry, I'm keeping you in mind, Steph. I am keeping you in mind. Have a safe weekend, everybody. Yes, tonight I'm going to come back on and I'm going to have guest Apathy and Doom. So yeah, Apathy and Doom. It'll be at about 9 or 9:30 tonight. Yeah, Apathy and Doom will be our guest. Many of you may have caught him on Peanut's stream last week over at John's Peanut Gallery. He had his first foray into a live stream, and tonight we'll give him his second. His first foray. The ladies all loved his voice, so we're going to bring back that southern sultry voice of his. And I think it'll be a fun time. I think it'll be a really fun time with what time is it here now? It's 4:27 in the afternoon here. 4:27 in the afternoon over here right now. I'm in the Eastern time zone. Okay. I'm the Eastern time zone. All right. So, yeah. So anyways, tune in 9:30 tonight. I'll announce the actual time later when it gets close to stream time, and we'll have a grand old time, a Friday evening stream with Apathy and Doom. Yes, yeah, I love Apathy and Doom too. He is smooth as Tennessee whiskey. He is. That will be like 2:30 a.m. for me. Well, yeah, it would be. I think it's a 5-hour time difference. You're 5 hours ahead of us. I think it would be. But hey, I'm an insomniac too. Okay, I'm often up at 2:30 a.m. too. So don't worry about it. I haven't kept a routine. Yes, and caused trouble. That's right, Michelle. That's right, Michelle. So I want to thank Straubs once again for the super chat that she gave at the beginning of the stream. Thank you so much. Okay, I much appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. And this is about time. I'm going to bounce off now. So I'll catch you all later. I'll catch you all in the next one. And thank you all for tuning in. And thank you for your patience with my rickety old technology. And I will catch you all in the next one. I never can have too many, Steph. Never can have too many. It's always good. It's always good to have an army. So anyways, take care of yourselves and each other. And if there's somebody in your midst who is at risk, please take the time to give them a call, send them a DM. Sometimes knowing that someone cares for them out there in the world can make all the difference in the world. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Have yourselves a great night.